Hello and welcome. My name is Manuel Gomez. Today I'm going to be guiding us through a quick and relatively easy exercise on data cleanup using Microsoft Power Query functionality built in this case in Excel. To get started, we open an empty workbook. We go to the data. On the ribbon, we go to the data section and we're going to go ahead and get data from file and go to my local machine here and pick up this business directory file that I had that needs some cleanup to do. I'll import it. The navigator window here opens up and I'm going to go ahead and select the spreadsheet, which is the only one here that is available to us. I'm not going to hit load because that will bring the data in right away. I actually want to work on the data and do some cleanup before I bring it into the workbook. So I'm going to go ahead and select transform data, which is going to open up the Power Query editor for us. As you can see, the data is now here. Right away we can see that there's quite a bit of cleanup to do. We got capitalization that is all off, all caps mixed with a different style, not consistent across. We have multiple entries for the same businesses. We need to get rid of duplicates. Phone numbers need a consistent format option. We don't see it right now, but in this column called website, we have websites, but we also have emails that got commingled into this column. So we're going to have to pull those out of here and get them into their own column. We do have this employee range and sales volumes range column, and all the data is kind of built in. It may be nice to have this split into a minimum employee range column and a maximum employee range column, as well as doing the same kind of functionality for sales. That way it's kind of easier to analyze. So we're going to be working on that as well. And we have a single entry here, or a single column I should say, for contact names. They're all here together. So we're going to go ahead and work on separating that into like first name, middle initial, and last name, so we can sort that information a little bit better. So again, the first thing we're going to be doing here is trying to get rid of duplicate entries. I'm going to move this column out of the way. This is just the business description. We don't need it right now. And that leaves us with a company name, address, city. And the logic here is that, let's do it this way. The logic here is that obviously if a company name, address, and city matches, they're all the same, then we're talking about the same locale and the same company, right? So we need to get rid of all of those duplicate entries. Now, we're not sure because of the mixed capitalization across the worksheet that all the entries for the same company are capitalized the same, in which case if we go and try to find duplicates, it may not do a match simply because one entry is all caps and a different entries with a different type of format. So the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to select the three columns, and we're going to make sure they're all capitalized in a standard way. I'm going to right click, I'm going to go to transform, and in this case I'm going to use the option of capitalize each word, capitalize each word, and very quickly Excel goes through that and fixes that for us. So the very next step with this selection as it is right now, we're going to be looking at company name, address, city. Select that again, right click on the header so that we don't lose the menu here, and we're going to go to remove duplicates. And again, it's going to be looking at company name, address, city. If they're all the same on those three columns, it's going to remove those entries. So once we do that, we can see that now we have a single entry for every company. So even though Acoustic Engineering Corporation, we have 3 entries, but they are 3 different locations across Florida, which that makes sense. So that is the very first cleanup on Power Query Editor. And the next video here is going to be showing how to format the phone numbers.